Hey guys, welcome to the 4th episode of Timberborn. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are pretty much picking up where we left off last time. We've got the dam, we've got a way across. We're going to start harvesting these maples. I think we can harvest maple syrup. So I need to figure out how to get the maple syrup. I think that's as simple as putting a gatherer, probably. Gathers, yeah, things like berries, dandelions. Not quite sure how to get the maple syrup gathered, so let me go ahead and see if I can figure that out really quick. Okay, so apparently I realized that the Tapper's Shack also gathers maple syrup, including the pine resin, which we knew about from before when we had all those pine trees. We do have pine trees down here, which we'll be able to gather from. We also have pine trees here, but we don't really gather here. This is more of my wood resource more than anything, because we need just so much of it. Why do we have a lone? That's so funny. Let's go ahead and uproot that tree, and then let's plant a normal tree there. What do we have? We have chestnuts, so we'll go ahead, plant another chestnut. Sure. We constantly have plenty of wood, which is great. We're going to go ahead and start gathering here. So let's get a gathering post. I think we'll need to do, let's see, lumber, no, metal. Here we go. Scavenger flag, collect scrap metal from ruins. Let's go ahead and do that. We are going to place that right here. Let's see if we can get anyone assigned to it. It is far away, unfortunately. Now, is there any way to assign what we gather, or they're just going to gather it? I think they're just going to gather it. Let's go ahead and get a medium warehouse, which people will be able to grab from. I believe it's the wrong one. I'm pretty sure when you put this here, it's going to tell us, yes, there it is. Metal blocks, dirt. We don't need that, actually. Let's go ahead and put that one, and they'll be able to put all of our scrap metal right there. Let's go ahead and have, oh, we can only have one worker. That is perfectly fine. Who's doing the work for us? It's Jane Jig. Jane Jig, Jenna Jig, Johnny Jig. Not quite sure how to say that, but okay. Unfortunately, we have another issue, and that is that we do not gather power when there is no, whoa. Stores energy surplus and gives it back when network is unpowered. The higher it's built, the more energy it can store. Oh, yes. Let us do that. The higher it's built. So if I want to store it like right up here, going off into this abyss, sure. Like, will that work? Let's go ahead and figure that out, because that would be epic. Now, this drought has another 2 days. Yeah, I don't like the fact of how quickly this actually backs up. You know, it's just not that great, unfortunately. But we still have a bit of water. We'll go ahead and put pumps down here at some point soon. Actually, I should probably work on that for next time. I already have to build a road out here somewhere. Let's go ahead and put this priority high. It's too far from the district. Oh, because I don't have roads. Drought has ended, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? Let's drop that down all the way. Let us get it going. There we go. Good. All right, perfect. So now we're there. Now, I see what's happened. Those actually go into the ground a bit. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and raise that up to 1.5. Let that fill up all the way. We want that to stay full as much as possible. Eventually, I will actually build walls all around it so that it can build up to 2, really. Ooh, we flooded. Yeah, sure. We're just, giving ourselves some extra water. So how are we doing on metal? Looks like we have collected, let me see, scrap metal is 20. Now, I believe we have to then process it with a smelter, but that requires 300 science. I'm not quite there yet, but we'll get there eventually. Let's go ahead and make this be wood. There we go. That gives us more ability to store wood, and they're going to harvest all of these trees as I put in a water pump. There we go. So they'll go ahead and build that, and I'm thinking of putting some water towers right here, but I'd love to get a larger water tower. Medium is 120. Let's do it. That way we can really store a large amount of water down here, just in case when we finally need it. Now, unfortunately, we don't have enough workers. We're going to go ahead and we're going to build more housing right now. Ooh, now we got someone that's injured. So well-being, is there a medical bed? There's a medical bed right here. Let's go ahead and get the medical bed. And we're going to place them near our houses. We'll place one here and one there. That way we'll get, anyone who's injured, they'll be able to feel better. And we've also gone ahead and added 2 new lodges. That will give us a ton more beavers, but I am worried about food, of course. So we are going to expand our food production across the way. I believe our district does extend down here, but only slightly, which is a little concerning. However, we do have all of this space. Guys, I think I messed up a little bit, and I'm going to have to put a dam down here, unfortunately. Well, let's go ahead and do it. So, we've got plenty of ability to do it. So let's go ahead and I'll get this dam nice and spiffy looking fancy. Now, I hope that these guys will be able to get all the way across. You know what? I never actually put a path across. So I'm going to see how far this goes now. I bet you anything. Yes. Okay. See, again, the roads stop the district. Now, this guy is not collecting. Why is he not collecting? Oh, because the storage is not close enough. That's lame. Oh, no, it is close enough. Okay. So it wasn't that it wasn't close enough. I had the wrong material. That was that. Well, see, I'm a little bit nuts, ain't I? Okay, so now we have a bunch of scrap metal, which we'll be able to smelt at some point. How we doing on our dam? Ooh, things are looking fantastic for our second dam. That's excellent. Let's go ahead and look at the water levels. They've already started to adjust things. Cannot wait to have both of these water levels blocked. Oh man, we're gonna have so much water storage, and we'll be eventually just be able to work our way down, adding more water storage as we need it. Now we still have someone who's injured, and I need this built. I really need this built. Unfortunately, metal scraps are not metal blocks. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a smelter. We can. Oh yes. All right, we were able to do that. Now let's go ahead and connect up our power. How we're going to do this is very simple. We'll just tie into the existing network of power, which is going to be pretty easy. So we'll go ahead and put a straight line in here, line here, and then we'll put an elbow. There we go. And then last but not least, we're going to have to demolish probably this storage area and put all of those resources somewhere else. Oh, that's so fantastic. Look at that. We're going to have so much water, so much for the food. Our food is actually doing great right now. We've finally got enough harvesters where they're able to actually do the job well. These guys will be able to harvest all of this food right here, which is going to be great. Why aren't these growing? I was wondering why I wasn't planting the rest of those tree fields, and that's why. It's because this planter actually could not reach all of it. I'm gonna go ahead and actually I will remove this planter, I think, because I only need one planter. Once the trees are planted, it takes forever for them to grow. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna delete that. It will give us the resources we need, hopefully, to build this one here. How are we doing down here? Unfortunately, this is not high priority. Let's put that as high priority. Let's get that water tank finished so that this guy can do his job and get water there. Now, drought has started. So what we can do, well, we can't really do anything. Let's go ahead and raise the height. No, I guess we don't need to raise the height for anything. We have water, and these guys will continue pumping water for a long, long, long time. Unfortunately, what I don't understand is why water pumps only reach down so far. I do believe, however, that these mechanical water pumps, max depth is 4, whereas standard water pumps, max depth is 2. However, mechanical water pumps require both, all 3 gears, planks, and steel beams, or metal beam. I mean, is it steel beams? I'm honestly not quite sure. So they call it metal blocks. Okay, so it requires metal blocks, a ton of metal blocks, to get this mechanical water pump. 50, 50, and 100, which is a lot, but it would work perfect here because this is for deep. It would go all the way down to the bottom. We'd be able to pump out everything here. So this is going to be our saving grace. Let's go ahead and let's pop this down to 1. All right, perfect. So I've kind of customized how much water's in here. We can drop it down to 0, so we still have a full level of water left. However, we do have 5 days. Thankfully, we have a water pump down here that is pumping in a ton of water. Matter of fact, what we can do is we can lower this height down. Now we'll equalize across the entire thing, where for 2 levels down, we have 2 levels of this massive, massive water reservoir. Eventually, we will get the mechanical pump so that we can do more. Now, we're also waiting for this battery. I'm not quite sure how we're going to store this energy, or how we're going to extract this energy. I don't quite know. It says it stores energy surplus and gives it back when the network is unpowered. The higher it's built, the more energy it can store, which in my opinion is pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and somehow get that patched in. We might even raise up the gears and kind of work it around, then go down. I think gears can go up. Yes, high power shaft, which goes up. It's perfect. Although windmills would be nice. I think actually maybe I'd want to do that. Let's go ahead. Let's see about a windmill. So I'm going to go ahead and patch in just 1 windmill. It's only going to give, a small amount of power, but at least we can continue making stuff just slowly. Any windmill's better than no windmill at all. I might put another windmill over here. It all depends. I might not. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out as time goes on. All right, so we have a plan here, and this will be the last plan of this episode, is to take these farms and we are going to produce wheat. This is going to be our wheat crops. Let's go and just, boom, wheat. It's just a huge wheat farm, and that wheat farm is going to then produce flour, and the flour is going to be able to be baked into breads. So let's go ahead and grab our food. Let's see, our gristle, they call it a grist mill? Sure, it's a windmill. But then there's a bakery, so we'll also want the bakery. And there's also beehive. Whoops, we do not want the beehive right now anyways. Now, this windmill actually looks like it also needs power. We'll create some power down here eventually. And so let's put it perfect. Now, we do have lumber here. We're going to convert this spot into, there we go. We're going to convert it into probably underground storage. No. Man, 250 for a large warehouse? Ooh. How much do I have? 215. You know what? I'm going to wait, and I'm going to put a large warehouse there for the wheat. So this is the only dilemma, is that once this runs out of water, we're in trouble. So, you know what? I'm going to have to scrap on harvesting all of these maples. I don't even think I can, honestly. I mean, I kind of can, but I don't think it's worth it. So what we're going to do is we are going to, in the next episode, we're going to have to dam this up and make a bigger water reservoir right here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We are going to see how we do the next day and a half with our water sources, and we are going to pick it back up in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.